Algebra 2 Honors, Lesson 8.5, Hyperbolas. So a lot of information here. So I'm going to go through it relatively quickly. Be prepared to pause and go back. What is this formula? Well, this is a hyperbola. And it's not an ellipse because of the subtraction right here. So a lot of things are the same though. A squared equals 16, therefore a equals 4. You can find the center at 0, 0 because there's nothing next to the x and the y. B squared equals 9, therefore b equals 3. So you say, I know what to do. I go to the center, go left and right, 4, up and down 3, and now everything changes. Make a box. Up, down, left, right, all that good stuff. Through the center and the diagonals. Do that. Now, here's how you make a hyperbola. Since the x is first, and it doesn't matter which is bigger, it matters which is first, make a horizontal hyperbola. To find the focus, the formula's changed a little bit. It's a squared plus b squared, so c equals five, and you go from the center, 5, and those are your foci. The one other thing that I don't go into great detail is we call this the transverse axis. Why we don't call it major, I don't know. We call this the conjugate axis. Why we don't call that minor, I don't know. But there it is. Here's your two formulas. Now this is a horizontal hyperbola. We're also going to do a vertical one, so be prepared for that right now. And again, you may want to pause and rewind this. Center. Careful, make sure you keep the x and the y straight. Up and down 5 because it's under the y. Notice last time we went left and right. That was because it was under the x. In this case, it isn't. While we're here, let's find the foci. It's a square root of 25 plus 36, which I believe is root 61, which is about 7.8. Before I get into that, let's draw a box. Connect the diagonals. It's vertical, so we go up here. And our foci are 7.8. About there. These red things are, of course, called asymptotes. And that's what the answer to that question is. What's the equation of these lines? Well, here's a point on it. And we can look at the a and b values and figure out the slope. So the slope is up 5 over 6, rise over run. Since the point is the center, which is negative 3, 2, it's x minus 3 plus 2. I'm going to erase x, it just gets too busy. But that's what we call point slope form, and just keep it simple. Nothing complicated. Now you might have noticed, well, what about this other asymptote down to the right? Well, it's just a negative out front. So to find the equation of those two asymptotes, you go plus minus. This freaks people out, so I just give them the formula. Right there. So you've got it for horizontal and for vertical. I don't use it. I like to be smarter about how I'm going to find all my information. I don't want to just follow a formula if I can help it. So let's play with this. Vertical hyperbola. Y will go first. Center's at 1, negative 6. X minus 1, y plus 6. I have a feeling we're going to have to graph at some point. 1, negative 6. It's going to be up here and down here, but I'll figure that out in a minute. A equals 2 root 5. A squared equals 2 squared and root 5 squared, which is 4 times 5 is 20, which will be the up and down. It's about 4 point something. And we know c squared equals 3 squared, 45. So 45 equals 20 plus b squared. B squared equals 25. B equals 5. So 25 here, there's my equation. Left and right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make the box. Connect the diagonals. It's vertical, y is first. Foci is at root 45, which is about 6 point something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about there. About there. And again, I'm not going to do the equations of the asymptotes, just in the interest of time. I'd like to repeat, going through a lot of material fairly quickly. Feel free to hit the pause and rewind button to watch it again. In particular, this one, I'm just going to crank it out. I would warn you to watch out here. I factor out a negative 9, I get plus 2y. I complete the square, I get plus 16, but I have to add 64 because it's 4 times 16. I get plus 1, I've got to subtract 9 because it's negative 9 times 1. 4x minus 4 squared minus 9y plus 1 squared equals 36. Since a ellipse and hyperbola have to always equal 1, you divide it out. A equals 3, B equals 2, C equals root 13, about 3.6-ish. Center is at 4, negative 1. So left and right 3, up and down 2. Connect the diagonals, which is wrong. Better. And it's horizontal because the x is first. Foci is right about there. That's about it. I'll do the asymptotes real quick. Y equals plus or minus. Going up and down, in this case, B. So 2 over 3. Center was at, I should write that down. Center 4, negative 1. So x minus 4 plus 1. And you can check it out if you want. Lots of information there. Again, if you need to rewind and rewatch, that's fine. Good luck.